beating the beat of the beats.
Happy Veganwary, everyone!
Princess the Bear here. We're at EPCOT today because it's that time of year again. It's the International Festival of the Arts.
Farts. And vegans are getting farted on.
FODA, farts, whatever you call it. That's your #1 choice of foodie infotainment. There's a new festival. That means new plant-based food. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I don't eat plants. We're doing it this way.
Be sure to save the animals.
You heard the girl.
We got fries at Refreshment Port because we tried to get the gnocchi and talk to the chef, but unfortunately there's nothing that they could do to make it vegan. Gnocchi plain is not vegan, so all you can get is fries. Fries is your only option. So cheers to fries. I guess it's one carb you can have during Festival of the Arts, and they're hot. And they're tasty. I guess I can't be mad at them. They're like a 4 out of 5 fries. They're tasty, but they're just fries. I'm mad that we couldn't get gnocchi.
Is it just me, or did Refreshment Port update its fry game? Because these look a bit thicker than I'm used to. Nice thick cut. They passed the fry test just barely because they're starting to get, as I turn to go, turning a bit soggy. But I'm giving credit where credit's due. They do pass the set test. It's giving me Burger King fry before the last reimagine of the fry. Nice cut, nice natural potato. Could tend to be a little bit more crisp, but honestly, if you just had a vegan gravy and a sprinkling of vegan cheese, but things I know exist in this park because Le Cellier has both. You could easily do a vegan poutine here at EPCOT for any festival. Nothing's holding you back but the will. Fries are good. I'd like to see you do better. 2.75 out of 5 claws. They're above average, but you're not getting any extra points for not helping us out.
So here we have beets, 2 different beets, golden beets, regular beets, mushrooms, greens. All you needed to do to make this vegan was remove the goat cheese and the pecans. Cheers. Well, it's very earthy, but it's flavorful. I'm not mad at it, except you have to really like earthy food in order to enjoy this. If you don't like earthy food, you'll hate this. For me, I'm like in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5 beets. It's not my beet. It doesn't toss my salad.
So another year, another time with some beets. Beating the beat of the beets last year. We're coming back with beets. This time, normally it has goat cheese and candied pecans in it. Neither are vegan, so we removed that so the prince can have some. But then you just have 2 very earthy things. You have golden beets, more beets, so I guess 3 things, and then you have dirt rooms. All of these things being very much of the earth, but all like basically root vegetables. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna triple down on the earthiness. The beets could have said me cook a little bit longer. They're not as tender as they could be. There's some chew to them. I like mine a bit more like fall apart in the mouth. With the mushrooms and the sauce, the sort of like tartness of the sauce does sort of like eat through the earthiness so you don't feel like you're licking potted soil. It's okay. I feel like the funkiness of the goat cheese with the pecans to sort of like levitate everything. So it's a good dish to modify, but I wish they had taken the steps to make it vegan version on its own, and that's not have to ask for it. It's okay, but I know they can do better. They've done better before. I would give it 3 out of 5 claws. It's just slightly better than okay.
The vegan on the menu, mushroom risotto, which I'm not really looking forward to. Last year, Bear had this risotto. It was vegetarian and not vegan. So now we get to have it as a vegan. Cheers, I guess. As much as I don't like mushroom, this is a really flavorful, very rich risotto, and I'm kind of in love with it. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 risottos. If it didn't have mushroom, I would give it a 5. I'm not a mushroom person, so I still love it.
Here we have the mushroom risotto. It looks a bit oily, but like they sort of combine everything in here. It's probably just the sauce they have with it. It's definitely more than just mushrooms. And I'm curious to how they made it so creamy, because it looks like a creamy risotto, but obviously there's no cream because it's vegan as is. I feel like they use like a mushroom gravy to make it creamy without using cheese. It's like the mushroom cuts through the sort of the Oriboro rice, gives it a nice flavor and chew all the way through. It's a lot better than it has any right to be. Honestly, I was expecting it to be, well, god awful. Risotto is not easy to make. It's very easy to ruin. They did a great job for a small little booth. Honestly, as the only one of 2 actual vegan options on the menu this year, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I give it 4 out of 5 plots. It needs to be a bigger portion. Other than that, it's rather good.
It is the 3rd festival in a row where we have these breads with the dips. The cookie gets a paintbrush, so I brought my own paintbrush. I'm going to paint dips on this bread because if Disney can't give me anything new, I'm going to make it new myself. But I'm not going to try all 3 dips because I've already had them before. Last time I only did the Chermoula. This time I'm going to do the Zhoug. So, let's take this beautiful stone bread, let's grab some of this paintbrush, and let's just paint a happy little tree. Okay, so here's our bush, right? And now we have a little tree stump. There you go. And then here's some little desert for our tree. Now we have a happy little tree with a happy little bite of all 3 sauces that we painted. Look at that. We didn't even need numbers or anything. We just painted it. That is really tasty. I suggest you always paint your food because it's just an extra little spark of magic. I like all of the dips together and I like the bread. So I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5 breads. I'm going to call it a Princess Cities item only because it's at all of the festivals and it is good, and it did take 5 years of asking for vegan bread for us to actually get consistent vegan bread here. But you got to give me some more imagination, Disney. The fact that I had to bring my own paintbrush is a missed opportunity. You already have the paintbrushes. Just serve it to me so I can enjoy my food and play with it, yeah? Thank you.
Sometimes when Disney won't be extra, you just got to be extra. The only sauce I care about is the Chermoula. I am not the artistic type, so I'm gonna paint some grass. Lots of grass. Or the money that Disney collects from us on a yearly basis, monthly basis, daily basis. We spend a lot of money here. I'm begging you, be you plant-based, vegetarian, carnist, that's the term you prefer, make Chermoula at home. It's super easy, it's only a few ingredients, and it literally goes in everything. Vegetables, bread, meats, fish. It's delicious. My favorite sauce. They even serve it here with the chicken skewer. Delicious. The bread is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that the bread is here. But at this point, 3rd festival on, unchanged. Like, we had different sauces. I like it was cooking different. It's the exact same thing. Last 3 festivals, I don't want to say lazy, but it says it for me, so I don't really have to. I give it 4 out of 5 ones.
The only Dole Whip flavor they have for this festival is pineapple. This tastes like a classic Dole Whip, but it's pineapple and it's artificial and not my jam. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 pineapples, but if you love Dole Whip, pineapple Dole Whip, it's a 5 out of 5 for you. For me, this is my last bite. Very pineapple.
It's almost sad that at this festival, it's like an afterthought for plant-based people is that you got to get a lot of the usuals. Dole Whip pineapple anyway is always vegan as long as you don't get the soft serve. This is just a regular Dole Whip pineapple. It just looks like pureed pineapple. It's classic Dole Whip. That pineapple-ish flavor. It's more like canned pineapple and syrup than like fresh pineapple. But on a hot floor today where you can get to it before it melts, and it is a race, and you often lose, more than acceptable. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Here we have some artistic sesame balls. They are vegan, as is. We did double check with the binder. Now they're not labeled vegan because this is a third-party stand, but they are. So these just look like one sesame ball cut into 3. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the sauce and try it. So the sesame, it's really chewy, but it's really tasty. It reminds me of like a cake donut, like just one of those donuts that's unfrosted, that has nothing, it's just a regular donut, but then covered in sesame seeds. Basically what it tastes like, maybe a little jam, to make it a little slightly more flavorful, but I really like it. I think it's tasty. I'm gonna give it a 4.75 out of 5 sesame balls. I think it's well worth the trip to the China booth.
We came and we ate some plants.
It kept counting and recounting and recounting, and although I came in as sadness, I think we had 6 vegan things just like last year.
Yeah, we did have to modify some things. We found some things that were vegan that weren't marked. It's sad that we had to do all the extra legwork because Disney does not seem to want to continue with their pledge to offer more plant-based items, at least at this festival. This festival has always been sort of like the red-headed stepchild, probably like the 3rd or 4th one. But food can be art and still plant-based. Veggies are a thing.
Agreed.
It's a sad festival, and I would suggest if you're looking for a festival to come to as a vegan, this is still not the one.
I agree.
But obviously, it's your number one choice of foodie infotainment. If you feel differently, you think that we're wrong, you're allowed to be wrong too in the comments below. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell from see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Woo!
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might eat himself into a pile of mango.
I'm now the son of Japan. I don't listen to her anymore, but you heard the girl.